So Reiki, if anyone's not familiar with that term, it is energy healing. It is the demonic version of laying hands, basically.
Wow.
Um, and Reiki was um, made by, which is even weird to say, came from this guy in Japan who believed that, again, we can channel source energy into ourselves, and the universe, the God consciousness will heal somebody through us, like travel down through us in through our hands and onto this person. Um, so again, the demonic laying of hands. And this is something that I started receiving after I was involved with the yoga practice, because it's like, oh, my chakras are off. Why do I feel this pain in my chest? Oh, it's my heart chakra. It needs clearing. It needs cord cutting. Well, let me get some Reiki done. And this is when I started forming friendships with people. This is when I started having really intimate relationships with other New Agers, which I'll get to later about how they rejected me super hard when I turned to Christ. They were facilitating Reiki on me. I was facilitating Reiki on them. I went ahead and got my Reiki certification, which is so weird to think about, that you can like become certified in energy healing when it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it's like a
Yeah, it's
non-physical thing, but here's your certification for it that you paid for. Um, when all you have to do is ask God to give you the Holy Spirit.
come on.
Anyway, I I decided I was going to have my own Reiki business at this point. So I started having people come over, and this plays into the crystals. You see how this is all connected, right? So this plays into the crystals. I would have angel cards out. Pick a card while you're here. Maybe that's what we need to focus on today. Maybe that's what the session needs to be about. And it was like a therapy session. Like I'd have them sit down on my couch, tell me what they need, what they're going through, so I could try and tune in. And I don't mean to use this like voice, like, but when I look back, it sounds so silly to me. And
Yeah.
I don't know how else to portray it, because it's sad and ridiculous. But so they'd sit on my couch and I'd have them go through what they need help with. And so they would lay down on the table. I would here's how you pray within the Reiki sense. You visualize a white light in the room. So I would mentally set up 4 pillars of white light in every corner of the room, and then I would bind that all up with an all-encompassing white light, and then I would invite angels in. I would invite in Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Raphael and just all the spirit guides. I would literally invite the person's spirit guides in. That's literally me saying, "Hey demons, let's have a party." And like I would
Wow.
invite my grandmom to help. I would invite Jesus.
Everybody's
I
getting
would invite
invited.
I literally I would invite like Buddha. I would invite the Reiki masters of the past. Like it was insane what I was doing. And people have asked me this too. Michael Knowles asked me this. Did it work? And the answer is yes, it works. It's demonic healing. It's the counterfeit of
Mm.
laying on hands. So you feel it come through. You feel it come out of your hands. You feel it over top of the person. You can kind of like navigate the energy that way. And you're like supposed to swirl it around and do all these things and clear the chakras, and you get visuals of certain colors, and that kind of indicates like when something is clear or not. Really crazy stuff, basically like hallucinating, like a psychedelic drug, which again, spiritual narcotics. That's why I always say that, because these things are spiritual highs.
Wow.
So I was doing Reiki regularly, and my Reiki business never took off the way I wanted it to. Like COVID happened and all that. Sorry to say that word. The
Oh,
thing
you're good.
happened, and that played a big factor in it, but it just never took off the way I wanted it to. And I was always so disappointed. And of course, it was always like, well, something's blocked within me. That's why it's not like, so I have like an abundance block. I have a self-worth block. Again, the self-help thing. It's all this stuff is just like a big smorgasbord of new age propaganda, of demonic deception. And so